Okay, well, welcome everyone. It's so nice to have you again. We're back for another lovely workout with some Pilates motions and some shoulder and neck release and back release, but we will also work quite nicely because I've heard that you guys are cold and I feel it myself. So okay, if you just dropped in later, you will need a towel rolled up kind of this length between your chin and your finishing of your rib cage, or middle of your tummy, and that will be it. Don't need any weights or anything, just a little bit of this. And then we get started. I look forward to this. Okay, I've got a massive space, that will be great, and I will come into the middle. I might come a little closer, there you guys can see me. Okay, we're starting on our back. So feet are hip distance apart or fist distance apart. You want to have just a little bit space in between. And then you move your glutes that close together that you've got 1.5 hands behind your glutes. Scoop the belly in, round it down, and then lower yourself down to the floor. Lengthening through your spine as much as you can. Open your chest, hands down by the side, and then you want to fold your hands up so they go up towards the ceiling, palms to the ceiling, and just open the chest a little more. And then take a couple of breaths in. Inhaling into your rib cage, trying to open the ribs to the side, lateral breathing. And then on your exhale, you want to feel that wrapping around it, that softening of your ribs down into your mat and your belly button dropping back into your spine. Inhale and open. And exhale. Draw it all out. Inhale into the ribs. And exhale, feeling your pelvic floor drawing in and up towards your belly button. Feeling that wrapping around your waistline, the tightening around your body. And then one last breath here. Making your shoulders fall a little heavier when you breathe out. Really feeling that you can sink heavily into the mat. And then on your next exhale, you want to start curling your pubic bone towards your face, imprinting your lower back into the mat and peeling your spine off into a bridge position. Lengthening all the way up. Keep your ribs softened so they don't pop up, and keep them engagement between your ribs and your hip bones. And then exhale, curl it back down, one vertebrae at a time, articulating your spine down. Taking another breath in. I have to bring my feet a little closer. Exhale and curl it up. Articulating it up. Reaching into that long line. Feeling that energy between your knees and your shoulders. Let the shoulders drop open. Inhale here. And then exhale. Come down with the chest first. Then with the ribs. Then with the abs. And then your tailbone comes last. Inhale. Exhale, roll it back up. Really feeling that abdominal wall pulling in towards your spine. Reaching up. Lengthening through your neck. Inhale here. And then exhale, curl it back down. 2 more to go. Really feeling that you can work through each vertebrae, articulating the spine up. Inhale up the top and then feeling like you're melting back down, starting in the chest, then the ribs, then the abs, and the tailbone. One last one here. Inhale, prepare. Pelvic floor draws in and up. Tilt your pelvis up towards the ceiling. Reach it up, finding the length. Reaching up into the long line. Inhale here. And then exhale, roll it back down. One vertebrae at a time. Nice. And then slide your arms out into a T position. Shoulders are down. Keep the space in between your ears and your shoulders as big as possible. Soften the ribs, and then exhale, lift one leg into tabletop. Second leg into tabletop. Press your feet and knees together. We're going into a spine twist supine. If you have lower back issues, you can keep the feet down, but keep the feet parallel and on top of each other. So when you're moving to the side, the feet stay on top of each other. Knees snug together. At the top here, same thing. Keep knees and feet pressing into each other. Inhale, rotate from the hip. Keep the opposite shoulder down. Exhale and bring it back into your center. Inhale to the opposite side. Keep your knees pressing together and exhale back to center. Inhale and exhale. If this is too easy, inhale to the side, extend one leg out. Exhale back to center. Bend it back down. Inhale. Too easy, one leg or both. Back to your center. And bend it back down. So you choose if you want to be in the normal basic position, if you want to extend one leg or the second and bring it back in. Inhale to the side, extending the legs or not, and bring it back in. Pick your poison. Inhale to the side, keep the knees pressing into each other. If you extend the legs, and then exhale, pull it back into your center. One more each side. Inhale, reaching out, and back to center. Bend it down, last one. Inhale to the side, reach it out, exhale, and back down. Float those legs back down. Slide the hands behind your neck. Interlace your fingers, and then trying to make sure your shoulder blades glide away from your head or ears, and then your elbows are coming slightly into your peripheral, so you can see them. Soften the ribs. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale up the top. Exhale, roll it back down. Inhale here. Exhale and lift. Inhale up the top. Holding it here, putting a smile on, and then exhale, roll it back down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale and lift. Inhale here. Exhale, roll it back down. Two more here. Exhale and lift. Inhale. And exhale, roll it back down. Last one. Exhale and lift. Keep it up high. Hold it here. Inhale to prepare. And then we're lifting the leg that is closer towards the screen into tabletop. And then we're rotating with the opposite armpit towards that knee. Back into your center. We stay on that side. Exhale, rotate. Inhale to center. Keep it up high. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Trying to rotate to the side, but also lifting closer towards that knee. And then draw that knee a little more in towards your chest. Inhale. Sorry, it's a little torture. Exhale and reach. Draw that knee in. Inhale back to center, but staying up high. Last two. Exhale and reach. Draw your belly button a little deeper in. Last one here. Inhale. Exhale and reach. Deepen your abdominal engagement. Lift it a little higher. Inhale back to center. Lower your head back down. Float the leg back down. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale and reach back up. Head, neck, and shoulders are good, supported. Softening from the ribs. Lift your second leg back up, so the one that is further away from the screen. And then we're going for 6 into that side. Exhale. Rotate around. Reach over. Draw that knee a little deeper in. Inhale back to center. Stay up high. No lowering down. Exhale and rotate. Inhale back to center. Exhale and rotate. Deepen your abdominal engagement. Inhale back to center. Exhale and rotate. Inhale, center. 2 more to go. Exhale and rotate. Lift a little higher. Draw the knee a little more in. Back to center. Last one. Exhale, rotate. Draw it in. Inhale, back to center. Hold your head and neck, shoulders up. Float the second leg into tabletop. Soften the ribs, scoop the belly in, take both hands on top of your knees. So if you struggle with the double leg stretch, you can break it up into either just the arms or either just the legs, or you can just take one leg and the arms. So I give you the options before we go into the full version. So you can keep your legs here and just reach with the arms behind you, but without lowering the head down. Bring it back forward. Inhale away, exhale and pull. Or you can just hold your hand, reach out with the legs, and then draw the legs back in. Inhale into long, exhale back to center. Or if you can do the full version, here it goes. Inhale both the way. Exhale, pull it back in. So you pick your poison. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back in, lifting a little deeper. Inhale away. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale away. Exhale and draw it in. 4 more to go. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale away. Exhale and pull. Inhale and reach. Last one. Keep the shoulders away from your ears. Pull it all the way in. Lower your head down. Draw the knees into your chest. Give you a little bit of a rest and a little bit of a gentle rocking side to side. Just to give those abs a little bit of a rest, because we've got a little more to go there. So, bringing your knees back into tabletop position, 90 degrees. Soften the ribs, scoop the belly button in, and then lift up your head, neck and shoulders towards it. Grab the leg that is closer towards the screen and extend the other one out. We're going into single leg stretch. Both feet are on the same heights. Lift a little higher. Scoop the belly a little more in. Exhale, switch. And switch. You really want to drive those legs. Drive them away. Exhale and switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. One more round, slow and controlled. Lifting a little higher up, and then we're going to 8 fast ones. Are we ready? Scoop the belly in, exhale, switch. And. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold it here. Take your hands behind your neck. Interlace those fingers. And then rotate towards the knee that is in. Exhale, switch knee and side from the rotation. Exhale and switch, crisscross. And switch. And switch. Draw it in and lifting up. Deepen your abs. Suck the belly button in towards your spine. 4 more here. And 3. And 2. Last one. Bend it back in. Lower your head down. Float the legs down. Reach those arms overhead and then slide those legs out. Give those abs a really nice stretch, especially the ones up the top on your rib cage. They might need a little bit of a stretch. And then start drawing your belly button back in. Soften the ribs. We're going into a roll up. If you struggle with the roll up, just do part of it or use a little bit of momentum. Scoop the belly in. Inhale, lift it into your break point. And then exhale, reach it back up. Trying to go into a nice C shape with your body. So tall, long through your spine, and then draw the belly button in towards your spine. And then from here, inhale, exhale, curl it back down, trying to bring your lower back down to the mat first. And then bring your upper body down. Inhale into your break point. Scoop the belly in, exhale, pull it up, reach up, reach up, reach up. Reaching far forward, but drawing back through the abs, reaching up tall, shoulders away from your ears. And inhale here. Exhale, roll it back down. One vertebra at a time. And we go again, inhale and lift. Exhale and peel. Reaching all the way over. Scoop the belly a bit more in. Drop the shoulders a bit more away from the ears. Exhale, curl it back down. Arms go overhead. Hold them here. Slide the legs in. That you've got your feet maybe a hand away from your glutes. So just that you can just have a hand in between there. Soften your ribs. Keep your arms above your head. And then really press your feet into the mat. And imagine you're pulling your heels towards your glutes. And then from here, you want to curl your pubic bone towards your face. Tuck your pelvis. Imprint into the spine and then reach it up into a bridge position. Really feeling that length through your upper body. Relax the neck. Keep the shoulders relaxed on the mat. Soften your ribs and exhale, bring them back down. Really melting back down into the mat. Feeling a little bit of engagement in between your inner thighs that they don't drop open. Inhale here. Exhale, curl it back up, reaching up into the bridge position. And then we're softening again. Exhale, curl it back down, one vertebra at a time. Taking your time. Inhale here, soften the ribs back into the mat. Last one. Peel yourself up, reach into the highest position, then take your arms down by the side. Supporting your body, so open the shoulders a little wider, really pressing the back of the shoulders into the mat, keeping your inner thighs engaged. And then from here, I take my left side because it's closer towards the screen. So leg closer towards the screen, exhale, lift it up into tabletop, keeping your hip as stable as possible. Reaching that leg out towards the ceiling. And then we're pointing the foot down and flexing it back up. Pointing down, flexing back up. If you struggle with this, keep the leg in tabletop and just touch down, lift back up. Touch down, lift back up. Alrighty, 8 of those. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Point and flex. And point and flex. And point. Flex, 3 more to go, keeping the hip high, 2, and last 1, and then bend the leg, place it back down, keep the hip high, scoop the belly in, other side, straight away, no break in between. If you don't want to do the long version, go into the tabletop version up and down. Scoop the belly in, exhale and lift. Extend that leg out. Or stay in your bend version. Point it down and then flex the foot up. Point and flex and point and flex. Point, flex. We've got 4 more to go. And 3 and 2. Last 1. Bring it back up. Bend it back down. Roll your spine back down, 1 vertebra at a time. All the way back down. Nice. Draw your belly button in. Lengthen those legs out. 1 more. Roll up into sitting. Inhale here into your break point. And then exhale, curl yourself back up. Just until we are in full sitting position. We're going to do a little more for lower back stretch, but also into the rotation. So we're starting with our spine stretch. Open your feet up into shoulder widths apart, sitting as tall as you can. So if you struggle to sit like this with the legs long, you can bend the knees if you like, or you can grab your towel and actually sit yourself on top of it, and it gives you a little more height to then lower those legs down, and it can make you tilt your pelvis a little further forward. So anything where you can sit a little higher helps when you've got tight hamstrings, or you can do it without it. Up to you. It's not a must-have. Alrighty, arms go forward. Soften the ribs, scoop the belly in. And then we're doing a roll down. So chin rolls down to the chest, articulating your spine down and forward. So you're still feeling like you're having a little ball inside your tummy and you're reaching over that ball, rounding yourself forward. Inhale at the bottom. And then exhale, start re-sticking your spine. One vertebra at a time until you're fully upright. And again, chin to chest, exhale, curl it down. Keeping your feet flexed, so they're pointing towards your body, reaching as far forward without the shoulders going too far forward, lengthening through your spine, and then exhale, re-stick it again. Good. Inhale here, exhale, curl it back down as much as we can, reaching forward. And then from here, you want to go into a spine full long position. So I am articulating my spine back up here without leaning backwards. So I'm making myself a long line, hinging forward from the hip, but trying to bring my breastbone forward, and I'm actually making my back extensors work. If you're like me and you've been sitting for a while today, then you feel this. Round yourself back forward. Scoop the belly back in. Articulate your spine back up into a straight sitting position. Inhale here. Exhale, curl it back down. Reach forward. Scoop the belly in. And then straighten your spine. Lifting your arms up with your arms passing your ears. Breastbone goes forward. Hip hinges towards the feet as much as we can. And then exhale, curl it back down, reach forward, and re-stick your spine. Okay, bring your feet together. Keep them flexed, and you want to make sure that you're not moving your hip through the rotation. Arms go out to the side, hands face up towards the ceiling, and then drop the shoulders down, away from your ears. Keep your feet pressing into each other, and then exhale, rotate towards the screen. Little rotation from the thoracic spine. Inhale back into your center. Exhale away from the screen. Inhale back to center. Little pulse. Inhale and exhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Last one here. So we're going one more each side to the screen. Inhale, and other side. And inhale. Bring your arms back forward. Bend your legs. Grab your towel. Or if you don't have a towel there, but you have a foam roller, you can have the foam roller there. And then you want to place the towel just from your rib cage starting. So, hang on, so it has to be from the rib cage to the crown of your head. So your head actually is on the towel slightly, but just a little bit. You don't want to have your head hang down and have it overstretched in your throat. You do want to have a little bit of support there on the base of your skull, and then your mid-back, yep, that's pretty good, and then your mid-back is on the towel. I don't know if you can see that. That's kind of like halfway of my body length that is on the towel. And I don't know if you've rolled it up as tight as I have. You can already feel your shoulders falling a little bit further backwards, and it feels like you're sticking your ribs out. So in this case, you really want to feel that engagement from your ribs down towards your hip bones, and then draw your belly button down towards your spine so you can feel like it's getting into neutral. Open your arms and bring them up towards the ceiling so they face each other. This is a little bit of shoulder release and upper back release motion. Scoop the belly in, and then from here, we go into a protraction and retraction. So that means you're pulling your shoulders down towards the mat and feel like your shoulder blades can wrap around the towel. The arms stay long and straight. And then exhale, reach them away from the floor and reach the hands as long as possible towards the ceiling. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades around the foam roller or the towel, and then exhale, reach them away. I don't know if you can see this clearly. So I draw my shoulders backwards and I reach my shoulders forward. And just feeling maybe into some niggly bits and pieces in between there. We go for 2 more here. And then last one. And then we settle our shoulders back into the socket. So just really natural, not too far around the shoulder blades around the towel, just the shoulders sitting naturally in the socket. And then from here, we open the arms out to the side into T position and exhale, bring it back into your center. Inhale, open, and exhale, bring it back above your chest. Inhale, open, exhale above your chest. And just make sure it's above your chest, not above the face. Open and close. And open and close. Feeling into your shoulder blades, what they do. What is happening in the shoulder blades when you're opening and when you're fully open? Can you feel your shoulder blades points, the triangle on the bottom? Can you feel them move out and in, or a little bit up and down, rotating out, open and close? Last one. And then we take them overhead, both arms overhead, softening your ribs as a counterbalance. Facing with the palms up towards the ceiling. Take your arms parallel towards the floor and down to your hips. So you're going into small angels, reaching up and over and floating them back down. Reach up and over, open them out to the side, do your angel motion and bring them back up. Softening your ribs. So you want to avoid that the ribs are popping up, especially when we go overhead. Open and out to the side, down to the hip. Last 2. And last one. And then we're staying back in the center and we're doing a little bit of coordination. So, right arm goes overhead, left hand down towards the hip. Helicopter them around and let them meet back in the center. And again, right arm overhead, left and down to the hip. Helicopter around, back to center. Keep going. Overhead, down and around, and back. We go for 2 more this way around. Sliding them over the floor if you can. Reach open. Then out to the side, helicopter arms. Hold it in the center. We are reversing it. Left arm overhead, right hand down towards the hip. Helicopter around, bring it back into your center. Left arm overhead, right to the hip, and bring it around, meet them in the center. 3 more this way around. Has the brain adjusted to this yet? Last one. And back to center. Nice. And then just from here, soften your ribs down, lengthen your legs out. And with the little bit of movement, so with the arms, the head lifts up. Can you feel your towel really pushing into that last little bit of your spine where you're connected to the towel? Take a deep breath in here and roll it back down. And lifting up. And bring it back down. And lifting up, hold it here. Bend your right leg, bend your left leg. And then if you need to, grab behind your knees and roll yourself up. But if you can, use the movement of the legs to actually push them away and reach up into a roll up. Oh, this is looking pretty good. Nicely done. Good. We're rolling onto the side. So, down on the side and laying yourself long. Head is on your arm. Scooping your belly in and making sure that both hip bones are on top of each other. And then bringing your feet nice together and reaching them away. Scooping your belly in so you can feel a little bit of a lift from your side body off the mat. And then you can either have your hand on top of your thigh, what makes it a little harder, or you can have your hand in front of your body, in front of your chest, dropping the shoulder down to support you a little more. Reaching the feet as far away as you can, what makes them lift automatically lightly up. And then we reach up from here. Inhale and lower. Exhale and reach. Inhale and lower. Not dropping them down. You want to keep them hovering above the floor. Exhale and reach. Inhale and lower. We go for 4 more here. And 3. And 2. Last one. Lower back down. Both legs go back down. And then we're lifting the top leg up. Flex your foot. Or you can flex both feet. It doesn't really matter. Scoop the belly in, and then you just want to feel like you can pull your full leg out of your hip. Reaching it up and out. And lower. Exhale and lift. Inhale and lower. Lift it up. Inhale, lower. We're going to fatigue the glutes now. And we go for 4. And 3. 2. Last one, lift it up and hold it here. Keep it a little higher than hip heights. And then from here, we're going for 8 pulses up towards the ceiling. No real lowering, it's only pulsing. And 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it here. Point your foot forward and then flex it back. Point it forward. Flex it back. Pointing, bringing it as far forward as you can without falling over. Point and flex. And point and flex. 2 more. Point and flex. And point and flex. Hold it here, still holding it up. Bending the bottom leg into a 90-degree angle. And then from here, we point it forward, lift it up, bring it back down, and back, and up, lift, lower, and back, and front, lift, lower, back, front, lift, lower, back, front, lift, lower, back. Here comes the heavy rain again. Back 2 more. And last one, where we're keeping it up here, holding it here, turn the foot down, and we go for 8, 7, 6, dropping it down towards the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1, point it backwards, bend the leg on top of the other one, tap it out into your glute, give some blood flow through the glutes. And then we're rolling onto the back to stretch it out. Okay, the leg that was just on top of it, that you've worked front and back, goes across the other knee with your ankle. So for me, it's my right one. Just check that you've got your leg that was moving. And then if this is already strong enough, making sure that you're squared up, scoop the belly in. If you want a little more, lift and float that second leg up, and then grab behind your thigh and pull it as far in as you can until you feel a nice glute stretch on the other side. So if you need some help to get into this position, you can plop your foot on a chair, or you can point this foot against a wall, and then it gives you a little more support to get into this position. This is quite tight. We gotta do this more often. All right, take a deep breath in here, and then release out of this position. Roll yourself back up into sitting. Swing the legs around, and we're doing the other side. Okay, lengthening out first, making sure that you're in one line. Your head is in line with your hip. Your hip is in alignment with your feet. If you feel this in your lower back, bring your feet a tiny bit forward on an angle to the front edge of your mat. If you feel it in your lower back. If not, just keep it long. Scooping the belly in, that you feel a little bit lifting from the side, or little mouse in the house, and relax the top shoulder. Reach the feet away and feeling that floating off the mat already. Taking a deep breath in here, and then on your exhale, lifting both legs up. Inhale and lower down. Reaching away from your hip, lifting it up. Inhale and lower. Exhale and lift. Inhale and lower. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lower. We go for 4 more here. And 3. 2 more. And last one, lift it up. Lower the bottom leg down, keep the top leg up, flex the foot, and then really feeling you're reaching out of your hip socket. The foot draws away from you as much as you can, really pushing into the heel. Exhale and lift. Inhale and lower. Exhale and lift. Inhale, lower. Lifting up. Inhale, lower. Lifting up. And lower. And 4 more here. And 3. 2 more. Last one. And then we point it forward. Point and flex. No pulsing, it's just like a wave. Pointing forward, flexing back, making sure that you move as little as possible from your pelvis. So only going as far as you can control the motion and control your abdominals and back extensors. So you don't want to fall over. Bring it forward and bring it back. Last 2, forward and back. Last 1, forward, back. Bend the bottom leg. And then we're going, flexing the foot, bringing it forward, lift it up, down, and point it back. Flex forward and lift, and down, and back, and point, and lift, down, and back, and flex, and lift, down, back. 4 more here, reach, and back, and 3. I forgot the pulses. You guys are so lucky. Last one. And back down. Okay, hold it here. We go back up because I forgot the pulses. Hip heights, holding it here. And then we go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down, and then we bring the foot back forward. Little mix up. Foot turns down. Keep your hips stacked, and then we go for 8. Dropping the foot down, 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 down. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. Bend it down onto the second leg. Tap it out. Roll onto your back. And we're stretching it out. So now it's my left. For you, it's the one that you've just worked. That ankle goes over the other knee, and then float that knee in if you can. If not, keep the foot down on the ground or place it against a wall or on a chair. I was wondering why my glutes weren't tight. I forgot the little lifts. Taking a couple of breaths here, trying to stretch that glute back out. And then we'll release that stretch back up. Bring your knees into your chest, and then make yourself a little small ball. Keep yourself as tight as you can, and start rocking backwards and forwards. Just a little bit. Moving through your lower back a little bit. And then come back up into sitting. Grab your towel. We are going into a little bit of lower back release. So now you want to have your towel this way around against your lower back, or kind of quite tight against your glutes. And then from here, scoop the belly in towards your spine, take your hands behind your knees, and then you roll yourself over the towel back down. Feels a bit that that you've got a foam roller across there, or if you feel like you're arching, you might want to make sure that it is a bit further down towards the pelvis, not so much towards the upper body. So I'm feeling like my glutes are in the air, they are not down on the floor, and my lower back is supported by the towel, and my mid back is kind of free in the space between the towel and my shoulders, but my shoulder blades are down on the mat. Gives a little pressure into that lower back part. And then from here, you want to make sure that your ribs are softening down towards your hip bones to keep that abdominal engagement. Hands down by the side, open your shoulders out as much as you can, so keep the back side of your shoulder blades pushing down towards the floor. Soften the ribs, and then exhale, lift one leg into tabletop. Exhale, bring the second leg into tabletop. So it feels a bit like you got to have your knees a little closer towards your chest, that you're not arching away. I don't want you to arch. It's supposed to be a nice one. So have your knees close towards you, and if you need to hold on behind them, please place your hands behind the knees. That's fine. And then from here, we go into a gentle rolling side to side. So basically, we're doing our spine twist supine on the towel. Soften the ribs, scoop the belly in, keep your arms into an A shape, that you have some support. Keep the shoulders down, and then just gently rotate your knees towards the screen. Feeling how the pressure points in your lower back change. Scoop the belly back in and rotate it back into your center. Inhale to the opposite side. Feeling the pressure point changing, and then exhale, really feel you can roll through the back of your pelvis. Inhale to the side, and exhale back to center. Inhale to the side, and exhale back to center. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, And exhale. Last one each side. Rotating around, feeling into the tightness. I have some tightness in my lower back. And back into your center. Bringing both knees into your chest. And then holding on to the leg that is closer towards the screen. For me, it's my right. And then letting my left go out to the back. Trying to let it hang down as much as you can. So for me, I'm quite tight in my hip flexor. Maybe I change my legs that you can actually, oh, I'm not sure you can see this. Okay, this leg here, I'm quite tight in my hip flexor. So if I lay down, pulling my leg in towards my chest, it's not always that I can get down towards the floor, but I can feel the hip flexor stretch here. If this is too strong, just pull your heel a little further in. And if you're flexible like some of you guys, then just point that foot as far away as you can. And then take another deep breath in, and then we switch the legs. Point the other one away, reaching out, holding on to that knee, pulling it into your chest, but keeping your shoulders as relaxed as possible. Reaching that bottom leg as far away from you as possible. And then we're bringing both legs back in. So you can keep your legs bent, or you can bring them into a long position. So that's up to you, depending on how tight you are in your back side of your legs. But I would like your feet to be more on an angle towards your nose, rather than being too far in a 90-degree angle towards the ceiling. So reaching them a little further forward, you really want to feel that you can stretch your lower back out in this position. Placing your hands against your calf muscle. So if you need to bend your leg, place it here. And then reach the other one out. Scoop the belly in. If you can keep it long, but I don't want the head, neck, and shoulders up. And then from here, we exhale and we switch. You got to use your abs to do this. Exhale and switch. Scissor splits. You can see I can't get to the floor in this position. I needed to lift up my head, neck, and shoulders. But just trying to stretch into those hamstrings and the backside of your legs. And switch, and switch, and switch. Switch. 2 more to go. Last one. And then hold it here. And then we bring that bottom leg a little higher up, trying to keep it in an even shape of a V. And then we're rotating it around like the helicopters. Switching back through in the scissors, helicoptering around. Switching through the scissors, helicoptering around. So one blade goes out to the right and one goes to the left. And last one this way around, and then we reverse it. Done. Okay, where did I start? Okay, my legs have to go the other way around. So I started with my right leg coming forward and my left leg going back. So now I have to change it. My left leg goes forward, right leg goes back, and then we're helicoptering it around, back through the center. Reaching as far away as we can and trying to keep that V shape as much as we can. Reaching open, rotating around. You guys normally do this when you're over your arch, like that little baby arc, or on the barrel. Reaching open, last one, back into your center. Bring both knees into your chest. Give it a gentle rock and side to side. And then we take the towel out and roll onto the tummy. Yay. Perfect timing. I hope you guys' backs feel good. Mine does. So we are going to split between the upper body and the lower body, that we're not tightening the lower back up too much. So I would like you to have your hands under your head and your shoulders away from your ears. Grounding your pelvis into the mat, scooping the belly a little away from the mat, and then we're reaching both feet away from the trunk, lifting away from the knees. And then exhale, we're lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. So in this case, you really just want to feel your glutes working, not your lower back. So keeping your belly button drawn in and your pelvis pushing into that mat should help you with that. Reaching up, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. I've got my feet around about hip width distance apart. So they're not fully together. That's quite hard in this position. 2 more to go. And last one. Lower back down. Bend both legs and both heels towards your glutes. And then place your heels together, but keep your toes apart. We're going into a frog position. Scoop the belly in, press that pelvis back into the mat, and then you want to lift the heels towards the ceiling. Lifting the heels up towards the ceiling. Both heels pressing in. So now you can see this. I might scoot around this way just a little bit, and then we're lifting it up and reach. We're trying to keep the upper body as relaxed as possible and pressing the pelvis into the mat, really engaging through the glutes. For 3 more, and 2, last one, and relax. Place the feet back down, and then we're going into the upper body. And we keep the position that you just had. So your forehead is down on your hands, your shoulders are drawing away from your ears. You want to look down towards the mat, pressing your pelvis still into the mat. And then you feel that your belly button can slightly draw away from the mat. On your inhale, you want to float your arms up and your head. Exhale and lower back down. Inhale and float. If this is too hard for the upper body to float with the hands forward, take your hands next to your thighs and we go into a normal back extension. Yeah, it's a bit harder with the arms forward. Inhale and float. Exhale and back down. You just want to make sure that when you're lifting up, that you're not pressing into your tummy. Your tummy doesn't want to push into the mat. It's your pelvis. So inhale into, lift, exhale, back down. Inhale, lift, exhale, back down. Inhale and lift. Last one here. Inhale and lift, and lower back down. Have a little rest. Take your hands to the side, push yourself into a child's pose. And then while you're in your child's pose, you can watch a little bit of a variation of this. So we're going into a variation that you normally do on the ladder barrel or over the small barrel with the arm position of the body. So while you're in your child's pose, you can watch. You don't have to join in right away. But your hands are back on your forehead. Pelvis presses into the mat. You inhale, you want to lift. You exhale, you extend your arms out. You inhale, you bend the arms back. And then exhale, lower back down. Again, press your pelvis in. Inhale and lift. Exhale and reach. Inhale, bend it back in. And then exhale, back down. Ready to join me? Come down onto your tummy. Bring your hands back under your forehead. Press your pelvis back into the mat. Scooping the belly back up. And then on your inhale, you want to lift your upper body up. Exhale, extend the arms. Inhale, bend. And exhale, lower them back down. Inhale, lift. Out. In. And lower. 2 more to go. Inhale. Extend those arms. Bring them back in. And lower back down. Last one. Inhale and lift. Exhale, extend. Bend. And lower. Then take your hands back next to your chest. Press yourself up and back into a child's pose. In this case, you really want to try to keep your knees as close as possible. If you struggle with this, you can always sit up high and just sink into your body here. Scooping the belly up and just breathing into your ribs as much as you can. And then trying to center your body again and center your mind. Just feeling if there is any other tight area in your body, in the back, maybe in the ribs, and then trying to breathe into that area. Trying to make your breath, that you're guiding your muscles to actually let go and let it breathe into the tightness. And then on your exhale, just let it all go. 2 more breaths here. And exhale. And last one. Opening into the ribs. And then exhale. Letting all the tightness go. Taking your hands down. Scoop the belly and roll yourself back up. And then this is you for today's class. Well done.